Villainous beats, villainous beats. Villainous beats, villainous beats.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Whoo! Hey, everybody, it's another Tuesday evening. Blurred's Eye View, Chris Fury, Man on the Wall. You know who it is. You know how we do. Thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time, show your love on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. You'll get dope episodes like we had last week, and the week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that. And you know what? The week before that, because when have we not had a dope show? So, with all further ado, thank you everyone for tuning in, and let's get this party started. We're gonna start off with the ship's computer right now. Our very own Funko Finder Mayhem Media, the cinematic assassin. What's going on? We'll be watching.
Hey, listen, if you're not following me on IG or Facebook or, them places, I'm telling you where to get these Amazon deals in real time. Be like your boy. Don't pay full price for your loves, man. Just trying to put y'all down on game.
Check this out. Shout out to Mike Travis. Mike Travis is a good friend of mine. He's if you know who Patrick Warburton is, you probably know his voice better as Brock Sampson from Venture Brothers. He sounds exactly like him. Exactly like him. He's actually met Patrick Warburton a couple times. So what's going on, Mike? What's happening? Thank you, Chloe. She says last week was fire. Yes, we always leave the stage aflame somewhere in those ethers. It says a lot. It says a lot. I see we got our very own engineer with his ensign in tow. It's Black Spartan.
Yep, and he's active. What's going on, y'all? He's
another day, another dollar.
He wants to be somewhere, but he doesn't know where he wants to be.
He must have known. He must have known. He must be a fan of the Snack Bandits. He must be.
Food at this moment for him is like, oh, I got tea. I want to try everything.
That's how it works. That's how it works. Our very own Navy Montel in the building. Look at that. You got some goodies. Tell the people what you got real quick.
Man, I got this amazing book by Jarell H. This is by far an unsung book. This Ayanu is beautiful. This is beautifully done, very well done. Okupe from Unique Studios, just doing the thing. And of course, I have a classic. If y'all don't know anything about what it means to find an assassin in a vending machine, Scud the Disposable Assassin, y'all. This, oh my gosh, this was when being an assassin was quite disposable, but you didn't want to get rid of him just yet. So I was actually going to read these a little later tonight because I haven't had the opportunity. But when I looked through them, I mean, just beautiful.
There's a lot to say about 90s comics, right?
Yes.
There were a lot of hits, but there were also a lot of misses. But I will say Scud is one of those hits. Spawn is another one. There were some gems coming out of the 90s.
There were some bangers.
Shoot, Wildcat was a sleeper.
Exactly.
Yes. Anything early Image. Oh my gosh. Come on now. The Darkness.
Yes.
Come on.
When MTV was a thing.
Right? Oh, and Spartan, I gotta let you know, it'll be here tomorrow.
Oh Lord.
I hate you.
Second in command, what's going on?
I have all the love and respect for you, Montel, but also I hate you. But anyway,
Lady Mandalore's in the building, my second in command.
Hi.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know I'll do it for you. Okay.
You do notice the ship does not leave dock until she's on deck. I refuse.
I catch up.
And
Y'all know.
Hair though. I'm loving the hair though.
Thank you. I did it at work today because
why? Because
I
why
can.
not? Mike, Appreciate it, Mike. Mike Travis, once again, good friend of the show, great guy. Like I said earlier, he sounds exactly like Patrick Warburton. He hears it all the time. But he's a great guy. He's out there in LA doing his thing, getting his voice working. Mike, you need to come holler at me too. Because I am also. What's that?
I want to.
Here's got a question.
Go ahead.
I had a thought.
No, can I get on the train too?
Thank you. She said it for me. I want to be a part of this.
I think because we're already Blurred Station, and like we already get carte blanche,
I mean, just in
This is
case.
true. However, I want to be a part of the festivities, my friend.
Yes.
I want to be a part of the party.
It's kind of a thing. But yes,
enthusiastic participation.
I'm actually heading the voice direction, the voice acting division of Blurred Station. Blurred Station is the upcoming streaming services for POCs by POCs, and actually for everyone. You can go check us out, blurredstation.com. We are part of the Affinity membership. You want to join in, get in now. What's the difference between Blurred Station and all the other streaming services? You get to own a piece of the action. What I mean by that, you own a part of the company. You don't have to worry about the streaming service canceling your favorite show and then jacking up your prices.
That part.
And you're stuck with an empty wallet. There's just no way around that. So yeah, Mike, come holler at me. We'll be getting some stuff together really soon. You know what? While we're talking Blurred Station, we got a special guest with us.
Bum, bum, bum.
I was introduced to this man through his TikToks, Snack Bandits, right? And it was always him chasing down his daughters. They always stealing snacks. We know kids like snacks, but this youngest one was hiding in cupboards and under the bed, and
I love it.
It was hilarious. But then come to find out, this brother wrote a book. He wrote a comic called The Undead Horizon, and then found out this brother is also doing a live action series based off The Undead Horizon. And I also found out that this show and this comic is on Blurred Station. Who am I talking about? Jarell H. Patton. What's going on, Jarell?
Hello.
What up, sir? What's going on?
Let me give you that.
Hello, everybody.
Give you the applause because, multifaceted.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So before we get into all of what you're doing, because like all of that, I want to talk to you about the Undead Horizon. We got a little bit of news, just a little bit, teensy bit, make a little sense, a little bit. Yeah, it's not much. It's never a slow news day around here anyway. Now is it?
Nope.
Exactly.
Rarely.
Here we go. Hey, Griot the Horror is in the building.
Let's go.
Is she frozen?
She might be.
There she go. Okay,
She good.
The spirits.
You're here. Don't do anything.
Love you. I see hands up like that.
It's the spirits. It's the spirits trying to tax her.
We miss you when you're not here. Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're here. I am happy. Okay.
Y'all don't understand.
Overrated.
We helped me together more than y'all know, even by just watching y'all, because this has been a week. So
and it's only Tuesday. So
I'm talking about since last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm glad that's why I checked on you when I did and everything else. So I'm life be life. Let's just say that. Life just has a way of just being, you know what, you son of a bitch. And that's life. That's how life acts.
You motherfucker.
So in news, it's come out that Jason Momoa has possibly shown up to the set of Aquaman 2 drunk and dressed as Johnny Depp. Now, before we go on, if you notice the way Momoa dresses, he has a very casual, laid-back approach. He was married to Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet is good friends with our friend Cree Summer. The vibe is kind of like in that same vein. So
Mhm.
Johnny Depp does have that kind of style of dress, rock star kind of party style,
Convertible car kind of style. You
yeah,
know.
you know. But here's where the kicker is.
Oh boy.
His co-star is Amber Heard. And there's also been reports of some of her scenes being cut from the movie. Some scenes might be added back in.
Gosh.
We won't know till December, and I think at that point we won't care. We don't care now.
Can we
But
cancel this ream of paper, please? I mean, seriously. Can we just
Today,
cancel her?
today's that day. I
yeah,
don't
today's
care
that
today.
So it's funny to me because it's if that's the case, one, Momoa seems like a great guy to sit back and have a couple stouts with.
He smells. Oh. He smells so
Wow.
good.
You got to see him. You got to be near the smell.
Wow.
Like
Jealousy.
before, like when he was, I touched the man. It's real.
She treating
Lord
she
Jesus,
treating this
now-
more like a Febreze commercial. Just
Thank
let me
you.
sit-
I was gonna say the same, but like,
Listen, Jason is zaddy, okay?
I
Don't-
mean,
don't
super
get
zad,
twisted.
super duper zaddy. I mean,
Zaddy.
Lord.
That's right.
nah, he right. Amber who? Don't know her.
Calgon take me away.
So it's funny. I think it's funny that that was somehow news. And I'm like, normally we wouldn't do something like that, but that was just hilarious to me. So yeah, nonfiction, you out of pocket. You out of pocket.
Clean up
He
on
says,
the
"Clean up on the aisle."
He's the original water daddy for a reason. Don't start.
Man.
Pardon.
Yeah, the minute
So-
you snorted, I already knew we were in for it. That's all I gotta say.
So we know that the writer's strike is over. Finally, it's set in
Thank
stone. Everything's
the
done.
Lord.
It's finally over. However, the Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA is still in talks. They should meet up again Wednesday. But we knew that the minute the writer's strike was stamped and done, the news was going to just start flowing about every movie,
Oh yeah.
rumor. And it's not like the rumor we had for them 5 months where it was just like tossing something at the wall and hoping it sticks type of business. This was rumors that are like whole true, like Momoa in talks to play Lobo. That's really kind of not a rumor. That's kind of like, hey, we was just waiting on it to be announced. You know, like it was somebody he should have been playing from the Giddy Up. We know that's somebody, that's a character he's loved. Gal Gadot is not in talks to return as Wonder Woman. And the newest thing is anyone from the Justice League run will not be reprising those same characters. We know that. However, the way it's worded sounds like not all of them, but some besides Momoa, someone or ones may show up in some aspect as another character.
Then you're not eating.
No, let me finish.
So I think that would be about close.
I have a request. Can we remove Ezra Miller?
I think that's without question.
I think that's a unanimous.
What you say, Jarell? Okay,
Like finally, because I've been telling people like he needs to go. He needs to go.
Yeah.
Grant
He gave him
Gustin.
it's always
Thank
Grant
you.
Gustin.
He
should have been Grant.
he brought that love of Barry Allen back, and then you put this little cheesy Trisket in this costume, and you expect him to be the one that runs it. I'm like, bro, you can't even keep your clothes on, let alone your attitude. And oh, God bless America. I'm sorry.
He
Old
said,
man,
God bless
I'm
America.
sorry. The old man is coming out. I ain't got all the fucks are in the deficit. I'm sorry.
You ain't wrong.
Let's go.
No, you ain't wrong because the moment you show up high at the beginning of Fancast, and I mean he was there's high and Snoop Dogg high, and he somehow he went above that. He's like, we don't have footage because the movie's not done.
Bro.
I'm like, bro, why did y'all put him in front of the camera?
When you are high, when the balloons are like, who the fuck are you? Why are you here? That's too high.
That
Okay.
person there is a total beast. Unfortunately, in the case of Blue Beetle, they said it was the lowest performing DC
That's wild.
EU. I
That's
know.
very
It
crazy.
was a really good
That's
movie.
bullshit.
It
It
was a
really
really
Yes.
good movie,
It's
though.
an excellent
Yes,
movie.
it's freaking
And it's-
phenomenal.
And
I
it's
just
also
I really think because of the strike, that's the reason it underperformed.
It did. You have no one promoting it. You can't really
Yeah,
Yeah.
push it
they
like
not promoting it. Like nobody's promoting it.
There's no press
Everything
dockets, no
started to
nothing.
suck the minute that the strike happened.
Mhm.
All the movies that were going to be really good, like I'm a fan of Blue Beetle, so I was like really hyped to see this movie.
Mhm.
And once I seen when what is it, Oppenheimer, when they all walked out, I said it's over. Every movie
Yeah.
that comes out after this is going to underperform.
yeah.
Mm.
It was caught in a perfect storm of Barbie and Oppenheimer, and then after that, and that was by fluke. That was sheerly by fluke.
yeah.
And
And
Sorry.
it didn't help that they still have these movies in the theater, drowning out any other potential. Stop it, cat. Any other potential.
No, they're feeling my rage. I completely understand. Okay.
Just like I legitimately wanted to go see Blue Beetle in IMAX. I would have paid the
Good.
$20 to go see that movie in IMAX, and no, it's drowned up by white people. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care about. I didn't see Titanic. No, like I don't.
Don't
it's
let
not,
my wife hear you say you ain't see Titanic. That's her favorite movie.
I know what happens at
thank
the
you.
end. Why do
Thank
I need to
you.
see a movie where I know
Thank
the
you.
ending? I
Tafari
do
hit
not
the
care
truth
about
on the head again.
Thank you, Kira. Why do you need to watch it when you already know the ending? Thank you.
Yeah.
I treat
and in the case
Absolutely, I agree with that.
in the case of Blue Beetle, here you had a great cast, number one, great representation, and then everything was very fluid. Like it's about this kid that's gonna have. If you know Blue Beetle, you know Blue Beetle, but it has that typical. You know how this is going to turn out. However, the visuals, the CGI, all of it.
And I can honestly say, usually you get a movie that's too CGI, like it's too much. This had the perfect amount of CGI in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And stuff you thought was CGI but wasn't. Like him doing all the acrobat. I thought somebody was behind a computer screen, just copy, cut, paste, homeboy.
Nope,
No, that's him in the fucking suit.
That was all him.
This is what y'all been bitching about. This is what y'all been waiting to see, and it's gone. And it's not gone, but it's gone.
But see, I give you one better. I think the reason it did so bad is because people didn't like James Gunn taking over. That's one. They hated him taking over DC. 2, the strike. And then 3, I really feel like it was the representation. People don't want to see a Mexican family doing and getting superpowers and doing all that. No, nobody, they didn't want to see that.
That's why you come to Blur Station. Come over to Blur Station.
Cool.
We'll take care of you.
That's cool, but I think that's where it also failed because you saw black folks show up for Black Panther 1 and 2. So where was that actual background to show up for them? I don't understand because they should be alone because of that representation.
So I will say
right.
this. I know somebody that lent me some insight. Not everybody is just like not all of us are West Indian. We're not all African. We're not all from California, the Bronx, Brooklyn, whatever. To be of the Latino community, it's so much deeper than that. If you're Mexican, yes, you're gonna go and you better go see that motherfucker. It's gonna hit you upside the head.
For a fact.
Yeah.
But then to say that you are attached to somebody that's Puerto Rican, somebody that is Spanish, somebody that from all these different parts of the world, it doesn't necessarily it doesn't connect. But still,
I thought it did good. It had a real sensitive moment in the movie for me, where it was like when the dad passed.
God, that was rough.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, that kind of hit me because I'm like, I dealt with something like that. So if you had something in that aspect, that scene touched a lot of people, and I really think that movie was really, really well done, really, really well put together. Kudos to the director. I just hated that it flopped because they were trying to build off of Blue Beetle because everything like Flash didn't do good, which it wasn't going to do good anyways because people was protesting about him still being the Flash. So I think once they decided to keep him, all DC movies that came after that was going to flop.
Yeah.
Now-
Mike Travis says only the comic fans know that character. True to the fact. Beetle's not as accessible as Batman or Superman or Wonder Woman, whose second film flopped, who everyone has heard of. Most people don't even know his secret identity or the main villain. And that's another. There's a couple perfect storm factors that played against it, but for fans, like if you've seen Young Justice, if you read any of the books, you know, like this guy has had some showings, you know, great showings, you know, and it's just they don't know. And without that push, like with the strike was going on, without that push, without the talk shows, without the press run, without any of that, it falters. So you it's kind of a domino effect, right?
Now, when they mentioned that the movie flopped, now I know they're taking it from a financial standpoint, and it didn't make the money from basically shooting. But if that's the only way they're measuring it, then they're missing out because when I heard about Blue Beetle coming out, I went to see it. I came out of that theater and I was telling anybody and everybody, and then folks went to go see it themselves. Word of mouth is just as strong. But I just get tired of the same measuring rods being put out there why something is a success or it flops because it's the standard of the studio. No, it should be the standard of the man, woman, or family who's spending their money to go to the theater and see this. I mean, I hated to go up against Oppenheimer and Barbie, once again, 2 reams of paper. And this movie made me want to go back. I saw Blue Beetle twice. Because it was good. It was solid. It gave everybody everything in every level: comedy, action, family moments, all of that.
So maybe to your point, though, to really quickly say this, Blue Beetle has domestically made nearly 72 million, but also made almost 57 million international, which gives it a grand total of somewhere at 128 million. So even by that sense,
that's crazy.
It's like what they're trying to do because they're comparing it to every other movie that came out, every other movie that did 200 million, 300 million, 400. Their idea of success is if you're not crossing $250 million, your movie's not successful.
And that's why I don't like that measuring stick because it
but
makes
see, you
no
also
sense.
you also got to look at it what their budget was though.
Thank you.
That's what they're measuring it from. Because I think their budget was like 38 or 40 million dollars off the gate.
Plus their promoting budget too.
So in terms, it's actually a success.
It is
in terms of that. If you're looking at it from that aspect,
2.5 times.
Technically, they did turn. I mean, their total production budget was 120 million when you combine everything.
There you go.
Versus that, it turned a profit, but not the profit that
they wanted.
No, they were expect. I can honestly tell you, they were expecting Blue Beetle to hit in the first week Black Panther numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
And it should have.
It should have. Thank you. I was about to say it should have.
It should have. It had every right to do so. And I mean, the fact that even though there wasn't any promo classically done, there was promo being done. There was word of mouth. There was the lead actor who was actually had an album drop that same weekend, was on Sway in the morning doing freestyles, which we had no clue that man had flow like that. You know,
I did.
You know, so and it had a great it really did. It had a great showing. And like you said, Jarell, that scene with his father in so many levels was hard. For the simple fact, one, his father's having a heart attack. Two, he can't do anything about it. And then on the level underneath that, it's the same thing. Watching a loved one pass and you can't do anything.
Because it's like to have all that power. You can't do absolutely nothing. That is the worst feeling of the world.
So it had its moments, and Abuelita, woohoo!
That
She was-
is ooh, that
was-
lady. She deserves her
She need
own
her own
movie.
movie.
I needed an extra credit scene that showed a flashback of what she was up to.
Mhm.
Give me a second extra credit scene.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
you know, the director
5
came
minutes on
out.
that.
The director came out and said, even though the movie didn't, exceed the expectations that what he wanted to do, he still wants to continue because he wants to bring in the reach and everything.
Yes.
So
Mm.
it still might be a possibility that we can still get more Blue Beetle content and everything.
Well, here's some good news. Jim Gunn himself has already said that Blue Beetle has survived the purge of the DCEU, Peacemaker, which was already under his thing, and Amanda Waller.
Okay.
Which
They better
means
do
everybody-
Amanda. They better do her justice because comic and animation, Amanda Waller, she's like the devil. So they got to do her justice for
Top
real.
tier
Oh, yeah.
Satan. And
If
she
you
makes
don't
it look
bring
good.
Viola Davis back to play her,
he is.
who you gonna get?
He locked them in. He's got all those people locked in. It's crazy because Amanda Waller she's her. There's no really other way, but
Yeah. Nobody else can play her now. She's indelibly Amanda Waller.
I had her as CCH Pounder, but even CCH Pounder has sat there and said she got it.
That's a good replacement. Either that or either Octavia Spencer too. That's a good replacement. But yeah,
Ooh,
nice.
I can see Octavia.
I can
Yes.
see it. I
Octavia
can
could
see
do
I
it.
can see it. But then I don't want to see it.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
true. Because again, Viola
You
Davis.
did see it. It was a movie called Mom.
I say, Mom is what made me
That
think
movie
that
was
when
That's,
she
so
said-
that
wrong
was different.
on
That was
so many
different.
levels.
That was crazy. That wasn't
That
like
movie
diabolical.
was
She was
insane.
just crazy.
Probably
You
with a
get the
smile.
same little spices from that.
Oh
and
my
this
I
God.
don't know. I just don't see nobody else playing Amanda but Viola. I don't see it.
Viola brings a special
No, she's
level
perfect
of.
for it.
After the
It's
Woman
like when you
King,
see
come
if you
on.
see a certain character play that character, you can't see nobody else. Like I can't see nobody else being Superman besides Henry. I really can't.
Mm.
But
You gonna
I
have to.
need to see whatever James is talking
I'm
about.
about to say.
I don't know.
This guy that they just got.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a damn
Nah,
good look.
he.
They keep finding.
But
They
can
keep
he
finding,
act? Because
Thank you, Lainey.
what's
Thank
name
you.
Roth was also a damn good look, and he was kind of boring.
what they keep finding one character. They keep
Brandon
finding.
Roth, I can't remember his first name.
Brandon Roth.
It took us years to find
Brandon
someone
Roth,
who was
yeah.
worth a damn besides Michael Keaton to do Batman. And Ben Affleck, to his credit, actually plays the role very well.
Thank you.
Very, very
Because
well.
Patterson, I wasn't feeling it. I had to go support the movie because my daughter knows the lead makeup artist who did, the makeup in the Batman movie. So I was like, okay, I'll go support it because my daughter knows them. But I didn't like it. I didn't like him playing Batman.
Waller, far I said,
Y'all
Waller,
gotta
that's
let
damn-
this vampire hate go. The boy was a boy when he did that movie. He's a good. Listen, look, I'm all for Pattinson. I'm for Pattinson. I'm sorry. I like him.
Listen,
Lady Mandalore, I'm rocking with you.
We here
He showed-
again, girl.
I know.
He showed improve. I
Yes,
gotta
he
be
did.
with you. He showed improve.
I'm not holding the vampire stuff against him. I'm not. I liked
He was
Ben
young, he
as
needed
Batman.
money,
We will never.
Listen,
Do you
that
think
Twilight
he can
Saga, he
evolve
did his
into
thing.
the Batman that you guys are used to because he's playing like year 1, year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah.
think,
Definitely
you
year
think he can evolve into it?
Ben played Arkham Asylum Batman.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sold.
That was
sold.
old. That was old. That was
Sold.
old grumpy Batman. That was
Yeah.
old grumpy Batman.
That's
before
Dark
Batman.
Knight. That's Dark Knight Returns Batman. That's like, I'm not here for the shit Batman. I was sold. After seeing that scene, I'm like, okay.
But it was also talks to them because the Flash was supposed to be done and it was supposed to do good in the box office, which was going to set up Batman Beyond. But
Talking about a ball drop.
Right.
I felt like Batman Beyond could have been up there.
Oh, it was.
But
Oh, it'd been
the Flash
ridiculous.
messed it up, so now they're not going to do it. But Michael Keaton, they trying to bring Michael Keaton in as old Batman, but I wouldn't like it.
I still, you can
What
still.
is going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's wrong? What's wrong? Nick, if you're okay, just
no,
if
you gotta
somebody else
see.
in the room with you.
I don't know. See, this is my thing. Okay, I don't know if it's because
blink once for yes,
being
twice
with
for
my
no.
daughter, with me being around my daughter and her being around people and their actors and their like personalities, I get to see a different aspect of people.
Okay.
So I get to see their normal personalities and how they act and how they get ready for roles and stuff like that. So I honestly don't think Michael could have been that. He could have channeled that hateful Batman in Batman Beyond. I don't think Michael could have did that.
I think he could.
Did you see Birdman? Did you see Birdman?
I did.
That was Batman in a bird suit. That was it. That was all that was Batman in a bird suit.
That was our modern day Harvey Birdman without being Harvey Birdman.
Harvey Birdman.
I think he could have channeled Old Man now.
Oh yeah.
I'm with Old Man Keaton. I'm with Old Man Keaton.
Oh man, y'all all gonna be against me today.
If he could do it, or he couldn't,
it's okay.
They'd have sold all them damn tickets. We'd have all found out at the same time. Because you said if you had a Batman Beyond with Keaton as the Batman, we'd have been in there. We would not have had to see a trailer. We would not have needed any more information.
Too broody and goth as Bruce. He felt too reclusive. Batfleck, Clooney, Val Kilmer could have just walked off the edge of a cliff as far as I was concerned.
Wow.
What's going on? Did I fall?
On that. we didn't fall. We just
We are approaching a point of no return from this tangent.
It's just
really okay.
I dig that.
We're on the ship. This is what
bravo, sir. Bravo.
We're going to take a quick commercial. We're coming back with our guest, Jarell Patton. We're going to get to the bottom of this Batfleck thing probably and Keaton thing. But we're going to talk about some other cool stuff. So we'll be right back. To me, my blurs. Here we go. All right, we are back. Let's get our guest over here. What's going on, everybody? All right, let's get our guest. We are talking to Jarell H. Patton. He is the Snack Bandit's dad. He is writer of a great comic called The Undead Horizon, which we're going to get into. Jarell, what's going on? He's also running the first live action show for Blurred Station. And as you know, Blurred Station is the next streaming services that's ran by us for us, if that makes sense. You like that? Okay.
It better make sense.
It better make sense. So $10.99 is what you pay for it. You pay for it in 36 months. Guess what? You own a share of the company. You don't have to worry about your services or your favorite shows being canceled, and you get to see representation on top of that. Come check us out at Blur Station. BNN coming soon. So with all that being said, Jarell, my guy, I was introduced to you by Snack Bandits. And you and Dylan seem to have this report of consistently stopping this kid stealing cookies, crackers, Doritos, out of the refrigerator, grapes, you name it. And she always, this is the funny thing, she always gives you this look like, and
Yeah, I swear, if it's the one, I told my wife, like maybe like a year ago, we had a conversation. I got 4 daughters. I got a 16, an 11, 6, 3, and I just had my first son in June. So I got 5 kids all in total. Before my son was born, thank you. Oh, he's out praying.
I'm praying for him.
It's okay. I'm active duty military, so it's okay.
I'm retired. I'm still praying for him.
I was gonna say, get back up.
Right. So me and my wife, we had a conversation not so long ago, and she asked me, she was like, out of all your daughters you have, which one you think gonna give you the hardest time? Without question, I said Dylan, because Dylan is a special kind of evil when it comes to me.
Not she's evil.
Not a special kind of evil.
A special kind.
She's a special kind of evil.
I know where he's going with this.
She's so sweet. She's so sweet. But it's like, it will switch like that, and it's crazy, but it's hilarious. So that's the reason why I started doing what I was doing, because Dylan started her whole venture into snacks when she was like 6 months old. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, this is, ridiculous. I used to always find my fridge and things like eating. And I'm like, okay, because I kept snacks, because Dakota at the time, she was 3. So I kept snacks like on the lower shelves so Dakota could reach them. But then I got a camera in my house, and I would see Dylan crawling to like the fridge, like the cupboards, opening things. And I had a puppy at the time. So her and this puppy was always in stuff. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And I think at that time I was coming home from basic training. So TikTok was just now becoming a real big thing. And I was like, well, this is kind of funny to me. So let me see what other people would think about it. And it instantly took off. People were like, just started to gravitate towards her and her demeanor, because everybody has that inner fat kid, is what I call it. And they like to snack. Even if you do it while you're at your desk, you eating, you're doing it while the kids is, upstairs, and you're eating while they trying to get your snack on before they come down. You're trying to be quiet when you're opening up the chips. Everybody has that. And I've been guilty of eating my kids' snacks. So it was only fitting that the name came with the territory, because that's what she was. She was literally a snack bandit. So I was like, this is hilarious to me. I put it up, and it ran with it.
It just took off. Oh
That's
my God. Mike says she's got her daddy's number. She just smiles and asks Doritos.
She does.
Oh my God.
It's horrible. But I can't. I try to tell her no, but Dylan knows how to play on my emotions. So she know if I tell her no, she bat her eyes, and it's like, all right.
Wait a minute. Is Dylan the mini version? Wait. Is Dylan the mini version of Amanda Waller? Is that what you're trying to say?
Dylan,
his daughter the devil.
Dylan is precise. Dylan is precise in what she does, and I believe, even at 3, everything she does is calculated.
Oh, blood.
She's Amanda Waller. She is Amanda Waller.
Oh.
Oh my God.
When they want something, they can be very calculated.
Oh yeah. She didn't pin me and my wife against each other one time, like how Kevin Hart said that one thing. That's been in my household a couple of times. Like, don't give her nothing, and then her mom would give it to her, or her mom would be like, well, why can't she have it? I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this with you right now. Dylan, you can have it. I'm just going to walk away. And then she'll look at me and be like, I got it. So I'm like, okay, I see how this is.
The look away in mid-bite. Look away like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to look for. We're going to do the same thing.
Thank you.
Your days are just starting, my man. That's all I gotta say.
Nonfiction.
Good luck.
He says, she's an intelligent evil toddler. She's the new boss, baby.
I had to ban certain movies in my household because Dylan would take on their characteristics.
Oh,
so
Lord.
She started to act like the boss baby. She started to do certain things, and I'm like, no, we not. This movie is gone.
That's
This
bad.
movie is gone.
That's
Sorry,
bad.
can't watch that one now.
Let her watch Home Alone.
Oh my God.
Children of the Corn. That's coming up. That's a good Halloween movie.
Exactly.
Don't ask them to watch The Good Son.
Oh, not The Good Son.
Oh, since we on Macaulay Culkin, let's go.
Not The Good Son.
So that was how I was introduced to you. What I didn't realize is you did a comic called The Undead Horizon. Can you talk about this?
That looks dope.
That cover is beautiful. I'm not
Right?
gonna lie about it. That cover is sexy.
Shit.
So Kevin is the one that actually came up with the cover.
Let's throw that again, because it is a dope cover.
Yes,
It's good.
Kevin came to me with the cover, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it because if you look at, or if you even read my book or anything, her name is Liz, and she's a hybrid zombie. And basically, like, her start was like she's like patient zero. So the world went.
Deion Knuckles and Kevin Murphy did.
Yes. So they actually, Kevin, like I said, Kevin came after Deion and him got with it and did that. I was loving it. I absolutely loved it. And to me, it shows and symbolizes something that my daughter did. Because the book was written based off of Dakota's creations. I wrote the book based off of her. And when Kevin sent that to me, I showed Dakota, and Dakota fell in love with it. So everything that I do is based off of my kids. I get their approval for a lot of things because, to me, it has to draw a child's interest. Because I need to connect with your inner child as an adult. I need to be like, okay, you like comics. I need to know, will this comic book, if you walk past it, will it make you double take? I need the color coordination to be good. I need the zombies on the side. I need everything to be tip top. So when you see this, you're like, what is this? I need to see this again. I need to read this. Hey, I need to know what's inside. I want to now you've piqued my interest. And that's how I always come at things. And that's how I teach Dakota when she's doing her makeup to come at things. You know, you need to appease to your crowd. You need to show your talent to your crowd in every aspect. Show them what it's like to be 3, 4, 5, 6 years old doing makeup that you will only see in Hollywood.
And that's something else I wanted to ask you about, because how old is Dakota? Dakota's like, how old
now
is
she's 6 now.
She's 6. I've never seen a 6-year-old this well
Yeah.
How?
doing special effects horror makeup like this. Like, she's good. Like,
thank you.
No, she is excellent.
Yeah.
She is
As you see, listen, I'm gonna promote my kids regardless. Anywhere I go, I'm always gonna promote my kids. I want people to know the talent that my kids have, because Dakota's talent basically started with her painting my whole kitchen. While I was washing clothes, I came back and my whole kitchen and Dylan and my dog were all painted. Mind you,
nothing got missed.
I only went to the basement. The basement was literally like right down, so I only went to the basement. I came back up. I had washable paint, so luckily it was, all good. But that's how it all started with her. I didn't get mad. I didn't flip out. A lot of people were on my TikTok saying, "Oh, she deserves a whooping. She's too old." At the time, Dakota was 3. So I'm like, you want me to whoop a 3-year-old for playing in paint and doing what a child is supposed to do? No, what they seen as something bad, I seen it as, okay, you got this color over here and this color over here, and you mixed it perfectly to make this. Kids your age don't know things like that.
Right.
She's been here before. That's
It's all
what the old. That's
instinct.
what the
It's
old
all
Southern granny
instinct.
said. And she been.
I ask her that all the time. Like, okay, who were you in your past life? Because you're too good at what you do.
And she started laughing when you ask her.
She
though.
does. She does. She does. And that's the crazy part. Because I'd be like, all right, you know, I believe in reincarnation and everything like that. So who were you? Just tell me who you were, you know, so we can get this ball rolling and figure out how we gonna do this thing. You know, don't keep me in the dark. But that it all started as a joke. I put Dakota's. We were watching The Dark Knight. We were watching The Dark Knight. I just came back from basic training, and we were watching The Dark Knight. She seen Heath Ledger's Joker. Rest in peace. She seen his Joker and was like, "Oh, I can do that." I looked at her and was like, "What?" Dismissed her. You know, I'm watching the movie. She was like, "No, I can really do that." Okay, you can. All right. Stop the movie. We went to Party City. I went and got her some paint. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna set you up in the bathroom. This is gonna be a hilarious TikTok. At the time, Dakota was still a part of the Snack Bandits. So her and Dylan were doing combined, you know, videos and snacks and stealing stuff. So I'm like, okay. I set her up, gave her a stool, set her up with all the makeup and everything. And she took her tablet in the bathroom with her. And she wouldn't let me stay in there though. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to watch. She's like, no, I need you to go. So I would come back and forth and check on her. And when the last one I checked on her, it was so well put together. And I'm like, it's no way, you know, Joker is easy. It's easy. It's just white face paint with a smile with some, you know, black, you know, eyeshadow. That's easy to me. But then she said, okay, I want to do Pennywise. And I'm looking like,
I'm sorry, how did she know about Pennywise? Is he?
well, I'm a Pennywise. I'm a Pennywise fan.
Daddy. It's all on her daddy.
I'm a Pennywise fan, so
not you creating your own monster.
Right. Okay, you know,
she sleeps at night.
People think like, you know, oh, she has to be disturbed to be doing this stuff. No, Dakota is by far the sweetest little girl. She's a tree hugger. She's super sensitive to everything, but she is so creative. She's very creative. So when she did Pennywise, I was like, okay, we got something here. We got something. And so that is when I gave her the nickname Paint with Dakota. I started to market everything that she did. Any and everything, you're going to make money off of anything that you do. And so she started to watch TikTok a lot. And the first artist that she learned how to do everything from was this girl named Alexis. And she goes by Made You Look. That's her billboard in New York City.
Whoa. Shut the hell up. When did that get put up? Where was
that
it?
That is phenomenal.
That is
phenomenal.
This kid is dangerous. She is dangerous.
She's been on Steve Harvey. She's been on People, Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight. We were supposed to go to Tamron Hall, but our flight had got canceled because we had a hurricane down here. But she did all that work right there that you see. She did that when she was 3.
Shut up.
We went on a Steve Harvey show when she was 4. That was her latest look that she just did on my 16-year-old. She just did that like 2 days ago.
No.
My gosh.
Listen, I'm a Silent Hill fan, so that was just
my goodness.
Wow.
Wow. Like she loves this stuff. And so I was like, you know, I don't never want to bury her creativity. I don't never want to stop her from doing what she did. Which if you could show on my Instagram, it was a picture where I took where it was me and my 2 other daughters, and we were dressed as zombies because Dakota did our makeup. And we were going to go film some behind the scenes stuff for the show. So I think like that took us like getting all of us done. It took her like at least 7 or 8 hours to get all of us done.
There's a current short, and I seen it, The Spirit of Halloween, which, by the way, love Spirit of Halloween. Shout out to Spirit of Halloween. Just it's literally like a treasure trove of stuff. And she dressed as the nun. Was it the nun? No.
Yeah.
She did both. She did the nun and Pennywise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was scaring kids at the displays because they thought it was just a display.
She was scaring the old people.
Dakota don't care if you come. If I give her the okay to scare people. So when we did the Spirit Halloween thing, like that was just like that was like her meet and greet. So people came. They didn't know she was in the store, but they knew she was in the store. They didn't know where she was or what she was. They thought that she was going to be like a normal kid, around and doing stuff. I got in touch with the general manager of that Spirit and was like, hey, let her sit here and she's all done up. Put her in this little coffin thing and let her do her thing. Like the things that Dakota wants to do, like we supposed to go back this weekend. And I can't tell y'all what she wants to do, but it's freaking scary as crap. So I'm like, yo.
So again, yo, wonderfully multi-talented daughter at 6 years old. Wow, I'm just like, I'm looking at my son like, look, by the time you turn 1, there's a 6-year-old out here. You better build the next water running engine for all I care.
Listen, it's as parents, right? It's our job to nurture our kids.
Right.
Our kids will always show us what they want to do.
Yeah.
As parents, especially in the Black community, we don't really listen and we don't really see as much because we want them to we kind of push our goals on them. Like we want you to be successful in this, do that to the third. We kind of try to map their future for them. Mm-hmm. But I was like, you know what? Because I had that done to me. I'm like, my mom, I'm smart. She thought I was going to be a doctor. I am not. I am in the military. So I completely went left. And I did not stay on the course. But with Dakota and Dylan now she's transitioning. And it's crazy because I'm a fan of my kids. So I see Dylan's transition from her stealing snacks to Dylan is now starting to act. Dylan can cry on cue. Dylan knows emotions.
Uh-oh.
And it's so crazy because I don't know when she's lying. Uh-oh. So I have to go in dad mode in order to figure out, okay, Dylan, what happened? And then she'll tell me the truth once she sees that I'm serious. And it's scary because I'm like, yo, you're 3 and you can express emotion and lie in a good way. That's scary.
Get her an agent.
Right.
Dylan has an agent and Dakota has it. So they're both with 2 different agencies. So I established that like when Dylan's with this company called Echo Management. So they reached out to us 2 years ago. And we've been with them for the last 2 years, going on 3. And then Dakota just got signed to an agency based out in Atlanta. So it's a lot because, like I said, I am active duty. I'm a father of 5. I'm a husband. Then I'm doing, the TV series and working with Kevin and Dion, and it's a lot. And then doing all the behind the scenes stuff, it's a lot, but I love it. And so do my kids.
That's dope.
I love the fact that you're showing, you're just one other case of a blurred father being involved with his children and showing them, without stealing the Mandalorian's thing and meaning it on purpose, but showing them the way. You're showing them the way on is that next generation, which is something a lot of us didn't really get. We were all exposed to nerddom in different ways, but I'm seeing this generation of parents who are like really fostering.
Yes.
Like it's okay to cosplay. It's okay to do this art. It's okay to create these tools. It's okay. In Dakota's case, Jesus Christ. It's like it's okay to paint on the kitchen wall and then turn out and show up in Times Square. It's okay. It was
like the crazy thing about it is like I never knew like it was like blurred or anything like that. I didn't know. I was a computer geek. I can take apart a computer and put it together. I can do all that stuff. I'm IT savvy, like really IT savvy. I was not into stuff like this until Dakota really started to show me stuff like this. Like I would watch cartoons and I would watch stuff. I would never cosplay. I've never been to a convention. I've been to makeup artist conventions because of Dakota, but I've never been to a convention.
Sir, you know them kid tickets are real cheap. I highly recommend you parade Little Miss around once or twice and just have her, I don't know,
she's
charge people to make up faces, like just set up a schedule at a booth.
If she goes,
I implore you.
Take off.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. She works like when we have to go to LA. We're going to LA in January 20th through the 21st. We're supposed to be in LA because she is going to be a part of what is called the International Makeup Artist Trade Show.
Yes, bring her to Dragon Con. Please bring her.
So that was supposed to be a thing, but when I spoke to the people for Dragon Con, it was sold out. It was sold out, so we couldn't get it. I didn't know you have to for things like this. I didn't know that for things like this you got to get tickets like the year in advance, and I'm like, whoa.
For Dragon Con?
So when it was it was SDCC. I mean,
that okay,
that one was super packed, and then like Dragon Con, like I think I caught it like because I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't, so I found out about it like a week before it was supposed to happen, thinking I could get tickets for it. I didn't know.
Stick with us, kid. We'll educate you. Stick with us.
There's planning involved.
Stick with us, kid. We got you. Don't worry.
Listen, I'm all for it because like where I'm at right now, I'm in Savannah. So they had a Savannah Con that was down here, but it happened around the time that me and Dakota were supposed to fly out for a TV show. So we couldn't do it. It was like, okay, which one you gonna do? You want to go do this, or do you want to go be on TV? I'm going on TV. Okay, well, cool. We gonna go on TV. So it was. She likes to do dress. She likes dressing up. Dakota has partnership with a costume company that I can't say because of NDA reasons, but she has a partnership with costume company.
We call it Negro. We call it Negro. Don't ask.
Yeah, I was about to say it. Chris beat me to it. I'm about to say
that's what
they send her costumes all the time, and it's like, okay, Dakota's garage it was supposed to be my man cave. I made it into her makeup studio. So she brings clients in here, she does work and everything like that. And I'm like, I literally decked it out. I have her awards in here. I made her whole wall with all her accomplishments and all her paintings that she's done. I went to Walmart, put them all in frames. So it's like, I'm going to always support my kids. Dylan, she wants to act. Okay, well, I'm going to find you an acting coach. I'm going to see what it is because Dakota didn't really have that. Dakota's self-taught. Nobody taught her anything. She watched videos on YouTube and TikTok and went from there. With acting, it's a little different. I know I'm going to have to get Dylan an acting coach. If she's good, then I might not have to save me some money. But I'm pretty sure, it all comes down to me having to do that for her. And
go ahead.
I mean,
no, go ahead.
Well, honestly says, look into the makeup show. It's geared towards education, and a lot of huge industry makeup artists are there.
Yes.
Yeah. So Dakota, we go every year. This would be her third year going, and she's supposed to have a booth this year. So I'm talking to the owner who puts the IMAX together. His name is Michael K. He flew us out the very first year that we went. He flew us to LA, and Dakota got to experience and meet some of the best makeup artists in the world.
I mean, Michael K by itself is a name.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not even into makeup like that. I promise you. Ooh.
Listen, when he flew us out, and I was like, I had to Google and do research on all these people. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, we're from Buffalo, New York. So it was like, I come from a small city.
Hey.
I come from
one
a
way
small
to keep
city
her eyeballs
where
in her
everybody
head.
know everybody. And going to something like this and having my daughter expand her horizon. And now Dakota is at a point where the judge from Face Off, V. Neal, knows my daughter.
Yes.
People from The Walking Dead, makeup artists, know my daughter. The people from American Horror Story know my daughter. Angela Bassett's makeup artist knows my daughter. And to see people in that aspect know a 6-year-old and say, we're just waiting for her to be of age because of union rights and stuff like that. We're just waiting for her to be of age so she can come work with us. But I told them, I do y'all one better. I told them, and I'm a firm believer in my kid. I told him, I said, I'll do y'all one better. Y'all gonna come work with her.
Hey,
that's what I was gonna.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I figured that's what you were gonna do, and you didn't disappoint me.
Yeah.
Mike says
I'm never gonna sell my kid short.
Mike Travis says he loves that your journey is so affected by theirs, and you are so willing to learn about their passions, skills to the best support them. And that's that drive.
Key. Yeah. Nowadays, we're seeing a lot of talented young people who are having their talent squashed because no one's willing to let them shine. Just be patient. See where it goes. If they have a passion for something and you're more worried about how you look in the public eye, then there's a problem. There's going to be a disconnect. So you're going to wonder why your child grows up a certain way. Well, what happened to him when he told you what he wanted to do, but that wasn't according to your agenda. So I applaud you for doing this, my man. As a father, I definitely applaud you for this.
Yep.
So now your project, your book, The Undead Horizon.
Not mine.
Oh, not yours?
That's Dakota's project.
Dakota's project? Okay. Give her all the shine. Give her all the shine.
Give it a shot.
That's my baby's project because without her, I don't do this.
Right. So Dakota's project, The Undead Horizon, is the first live action series on Blurred Station to come up, right? They're currently, I think Kevin said they're currently looking for locations. Their prime location will probably be New Orleans.
Something just cut out on y'all internet.
Oh,
I didn't hear the last part.
Oh, I said, Kevin was stating that they're looking at New Orleans maybe for shooting.
Oh, yeah. And I say I have a thing with New Orleans. I believe in voodoo and
let
all
me guess.
that stuff.
I was gonna say you don't like it.
You respect it, but you give it a mile wide.
Every time I see some kind of spooky story, it's always based on true events. It always comes from New Orleans. Always. Always. And so when Kevin pitched the idea to my wife, and she was like, "Yeah, Kevin said, we should try to think about doing something in New Orleans." I looked at her and was like, "Huh?"
Who said?
I was like, so I told her, I said, well, I'm active duty, so I don't know if I'm gonna get that time off. No, but all seriousness, but it's exciting to try and, like I said, I'm from a small town, so all this is just real surreal to me. My kids, they are living in the moment. They like, Dad, we got to shoot today. We got to do this today. We got to do this. And I'm like, hey, y'all kids, just relax, still be kids. We'll get to all the extra stuff later on, but I want y'all to still be kids. But to me, it's like, I'm not an emotional guy, but I mean, I don't cry, but I'll get sensitive to certain things. And this is like really amazing to me because when I wrote the book, I didn't see my wife. When I wrote the book, my wife came to me and was like, "Your book is really good. What if Netflix or Hulu come to you and ask you, hey, we'll give you $10 or $20 million if we can take your book and make it into a live action? We buy it from you." I told her, I said, I wouldn't even do it because I would still want some kind of, roll into what I made.
Part of the creative process.
And that's why it's going to be on Blurred Station.
Exactly. Because when Demetrius hooked me up with Kevin, and me and Kevin started talking, and then Kevin didn't even know I had wrote the book. Kevin was like, what have you done? And I was like, I got this and that to the third. He was like, well, you got the book? And he went and he ordered the book and he read it. And he was like, I'm gonna pitch this to Dion, I'm gonna pitch this to Monica, we're gonna do this. And he came back and was like, hey, we wanna do this and make it a live action. And then as time went on, it was like, okay, we want to make this one of the first shows that come off of Blur Station. And at that point, I think things really started to click like, yo, this is really happening. Like, this is really happening. And all the work that we do from my wife when she's putting out, the mini launch that we put out, where she put this beautiful presentation together, to my whole household is invested into everything that we do. And I told Kevin, it didn't even have to be, us getting this show. It was the fact that you guys were doing something that gave my kids representation. It was the fact that my kids can look and see themselves as a superhero, as a villain, as a main character in a story, and not being snuffed out within the first 8 minutes of it. That was what I joined. That's why I joined Blur Station, because to me, representation really, really matters.
If you notice, we were talking about Blue Beetle, we mentioned Black Panther. These characters of color matter to the diaspora of the BIPOC community. It just does. We talk about Lovecraft Country. We talk about Watchmen starring Regina King. We talk about a lot of these shows that are fantastically written, fantastically acted, and yet something happens. And they always say, oh, it's a budget issue. Oh, or there weren't enough numbers. And I'm like, I don't know what you were talking about, what you've seen, but
I honestly think it's just because they don't want to see us win. And my father-in-law put this very simple for me. If you start seeing too many Black people or people of color in a movie as the star, Hollywood will riot. And there are people that are buying the product will riot, because that's not what they're paying for.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about our main topic. Horror movies so bad, they're good. You think you can join us, Jarell?
I definitely can.
All right.
You better.
We'll be right back. Blurred's Eye View is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blurred's Eye View for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blurs across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 blurred mystery box company. We have a special episode. It's October and we always love talking horror and talking all these things spooky. We even have our very own griot of horror in the building to talk about this with us. So what we are doing here,
Noir got that shirt on.
Yeah, I wonder where you got that shirt from. Go figure. Who the fuck?
Look at that. You say how God works. Look at God.
Chris, can I say something to y'all real quick? Like everybody on this panel.
Yeah.
I've been on different, podcasts and stuff like that. This is absolutely beautiful what you guys have here.
Thank you.
It really is. And it's so well put together. You guys are so humble, and that is an amazing feeling when I can come in here and feel like I actually belong in here. That you guys are doing something with that right there.
Yeah, it is mission accomplished. What we go for? But to receive the flowers is, as Navy will say, take the flowers. I'm taking the flowers. I'm taking the flowers. Like, I'm not turning around. But I appreciate that, man. This is a passion of mine. You know, talking nerd with people like minds and just having fun, and not talking about hot button issues. It just, yeah, we don't do that. You know, we will speak on some things and then we keep it moving. So, but I really appreciate that, man. That coming from as the captain, that means a lot. It really does. It really does. I don't know if the crew has anything to say, but
it is a great deal.
You got I was gonna say my second in command is literally speechless right now. She normally lets the guns do the talking, but
I get quiet. I get quiet.
Oh my god! So we're in October, and he said roses are at the back of whatever. He said roses at the back of whatever Rachel said in Blair County.
Throw roses at their back, throw roses or something. I don't know. She said something influential.
So we're in the Halloween season, which, you know, the Grill to Horror loves this Halloween. Matter of fact, I don't think this isn't a person on this panel who doesn't love this time of year. It's just a fun time of year. You get to see some really cool movies. Some of them are family friendly, some of them are not. Some of them are right down the center, and some of them are just way left. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Some of the worst horror films ever, but they're kind of a guilty pleasure, is basically what I'm saying. So we're gonna start off with Jason X.
Oh gosh.
Lane started dancing. As soon as it came up, Lane started dancing.
I'm about to get off of here.
No, you are not. No, you are not. Remember,
So this
it's
is
not so bad. It's good.
This is the Grill Horrors. This was her pick. So take it away, Lane.
Listen, no, don't hate me, Jarell. Don't get off, okay? This, to me, is like one of the perfect parody movies ever. I will always say that. Like, if you think about it from a scary aspect, it's gonna fail. All right. But if you think about it from a scary comedy, okay, that is it plays that tight line that really balances both. And I will always say, especially with that last scene when they are shooting at him, he keeps on coming. That's Jason in a nutshell, period.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And so when they had him as indestructible, now that's Jason also. The franchise keeps on coming. Like, if you look at it through those eyes and aspects, Jason X is actually a really good film for being the bad one that it is. But, you know, it's still a really good film.
I give you that.
Oh, not fiction. Okay. He says, 6 pounds, 5 pounds. He had that 5 ounces before. Oh, baby Jesus, take the wheel.
Listen, bless my heart, nonfiction. Bless my heart.
So the second pick, the second pick that our Grill Horror has is Halloween Ends.
Oh,
this is controversial, and I'm okay with that. I just watching. Go ahead, let's go, Black Spartan.
Here we go.
No, I will die by this one.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to go sideways.
Good ideas. The execution was bad. First of all, Halloween Ends should have actually been the second in that trilogy. That's number one. Take away that middle one. You give Halloween Ends, all right. Then you actually have, I'm about to say Jason. You actually have Michael dead, but that other kid, I cannot remember his name. I was actually watching it today because I wanted to be fresh in this conversation. You have him take over because they actually planted that seed. They just executed it badly.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? If you had him take over and then Laurie's granddaughter wasn't just being such a really stupid whatever. Okay.
poorly written character.
I was like, you know what? I don't want to say that because then I feel like that's me actually being sexist on it, so I'm not gonna do that. But then you actually have her taking over in the third film, and it's her Corey. That's the boy name. It's her against Corey. you could have had it work. You know what I'm saying? You could have had it work. You could have had it, but they just was so hung up on it being, first of all, you taking Lori and making her Betty Crocker. That came out of nowhere. Even if it was 4 years after the second one, I don't give a shit. You don't bring her to be a badass, and then the third one, she's Betty Crocker. You don't bring her to be Halloween heads.
You're saying that she can't just create fail-safe and traps and make muffins on the side. I'm just saying.
No, it was too much of a shift. It was too much of a shift. You know what I'm saying?
Word is coming out though.
That's supposed to be happening again. That they're resurrecting it again.
So Blumhouse is actually trying to buy the rights to Michael Myers.
Oh boy.
And I don't understand why.
Safari said what white people didn't do it right. You had a whole town. Jump this man.
That's a
and
fact.
you got to do it with an axe. I'm like, okay.
You know what they were missing? A folding chair. That's what they were missing. They were missing.
Let's go.
That would always that would have set him straight. He'd be like, you know what? I messed up all my life. I am so sorry. And you just
I think the fight scene in it was really good though. The fight scene in it was really good with him and it was good. I thought it was good. I didn't like how you said, like you said they could have had something. They could have kept this movie going for a long time if they would have did it right, like you said. And you're right. They could have. Because Michael Myers, you think about this, like one of the characters that's like so out there, you don't never want to see him die. You gotta keep that trilogy going some way, somehow. And they could have did it with that.
And they really did a good job with this one. Instead of doing what they did in the previous Michael, was like it was witchcraft and whatever. Like they just had a thought process of evil being evil. And the fact that they could have passed that on and temporarily did with Corey's character, you could have had him take on the mantle. So that you're not dealing with so much of a supernatural, he can't die for 4 and 5 movies. You're dealing with the thought process of evil. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
it's the anyone can be Batman theory.
Yeah. It comes back to haunt you, doesn't it?
And they don't call me Fury for nothing. He said, look, Tafari said, look, Halloween Ends makes movie 4 canon, which means Busta Rhymes and Michael on the news and said, let him come see me again. He did do that. I forgot he said that.
That is a fair point. Michael ain't never crossed Busta since that movie. He's like, you know what? That is the one dude I can't run the fade on.
It was a black man that knew Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Blumhouse has Universal, NBC, Comcast money backing them, so they're going to be in the new House of Horror. They are. Blumhouse is making moves.
Listen, I tell my wife all the time, I'm trying to be Blumhouse and Monkey Paw put together.
That part.
That's where I'm coming.
Wait, shut up and take my money.
Thank you.
This is why you come over to Blur Station. You see how we keep making them drops. This drops.
Exactly.
So Black Spartan.
All right.
You had Idle Hands as your first pick.
Good.
Only because it is so terribly bad. But it is that Saturday afternoon. The remote has the batteries in your remote have died.
There go Laney over here.
But no, it is a campy horror movie that is still funny at the same time.
Why?
It doesn't get old. It really doesn't get old.
Not gonna lie, it's so out of left field. I mean, plus it got Seth Green in it. I like Seth Green. He's a funny guy.
And for some reason, it has Vivica Fox in it for like 10 minutes.
I forgot. I forgot about that.
I don't even know. I don't remember who she even plays, and I've seen that movie.
I forgot that
She was like a hunter.
Yeah.
She was like a hunter, and she was tasked with hunting down this demon-esque possession and failed in her task.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. Yeah, you didn't miss much at all.
You didn't miss much. She got her check and said I was out.
Just enough to say her name, Viv, and that's it. That's all they got.
Yeah. So your second pick, Seed of Chucky.
If that is not a horror comedy, I don't know what is. just the simple fact that Chucky was going through something.
It could have been so well done if they would have did it right.
Chucky was having midlife crisis and see the Chucky.
I mean, that actually is now like a classic in the LGBTQ plus community. So,
It is. It
You know what I'm
really is.
saying?
It really is.
But only because of Jennifer Tilly. That's the only
Yeah.
reason.
No, because of the son.
Yeah, because of
Yeah,
Glenn.
because of the
Son
son,
is
yeah.
Glenn. Who's the son?
Yeah, it's Glenn.
Transgender. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That's why I said that big thing.
If you think about that, and if you think even about Freddy 2, that's also another one because it deals with like identity issues and things like that.
Yeah.
You're not.
So it has there's
Stand corrected.
I gotta admit, See the Chucky is where for me is I'm like, oh, they took all the one-liners. I get it now. It went from being
the
horror
poster. The poster, you thought it was going to be really good. I seen that in theaters and was so disappointed. I walked out.
It's a cult classic.
I'm so serious.
It's a cult classic.
Chucky sound like
It's acquired taste.
Yeah.
Thank you, nonfiction. Chucky fed up made it for me because every time he's like, it's like, wait a minute, so I can't call it a he or a she, and then you hear Jennifer Tilly's character, it's a different age now. What the fuck? You see Chucky.
Then she was trying to get the man to stop killing. And she was just it was just all over the place.
Yep.
It was so wild. It was so wild. So Cinematic Assassin, he had to step out, but his pick was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh my god!
Okay,
that
so
was
if it's bad,
insane.
please don't tell me.
That shit was so fucking bad.
That movie was insane, y'all.
I heard it was bad, and me and my wife was watching it. Me and my wife were still watching it. So if it's bad, can I just like walk away for a second while y'all talk about it? Because like we like to judge bad movies, and we heard it was bad. So
Here's the thing.
just
I didn't get a chance to see it myself, but because between this one and the mean one, which I still want to see, I'm just like they took the childhood, huh?
I applaud their effort to do this. I genuinely applaud what they tried to do. Mind you, I'm not a big horror fan. Be the first one to tell you, I'm nowhere near Laney's level. But there are certain movies that just catch my attention. Now you bring in Winnie the Pooh to the screen and say, let me see how debaucherous and horrible this was. And dear Lord, they turned Winnie the Pooh and the whole crew into just a league of Jasons and Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there was an impossibility to this movie because you're not going to continue on with this because it's awful. And as you go on with this, it's like we're going to put hope in. No. When I saw their renditions of Pooh, I said, just shoot me, please.
This is
this
is furries meets Jason. That's
all I can sit there and say is of all the movies you could have done characters on, Walter was right there.
Oh God! You messed up.
Oh my God!
You don't mess with
that's
Where's
a better
Waldo.
movie.
Oh my God!
That's a better movie.
Acre Wood.
That would be
because
awesome.
you
The
needed
one with the
something.
Grinch. Tafari mentions the one with the Grinch. The one with the Grinch is called the mean one.
Yeah, I thought that.
I'm
I
actually.
honestly did not, so I need to watch that.
I mean,
So the Grinch has one too.
The Grinch has one. Winnie the Pooh has one. They're working on a Bambi.
Heck, Santa Claus
I've
got
seen
one?
the Banana Splits have one.
Santa Claus has one.
Santa Claus has one.
Well, Santa Claus
Has
been
quite a few.
yes,
he has
Santa
quite a
Claus
few.
has several.
You know, so I'm just kind of like, okay, this is what we're doing now. I was
No,
like,
that Banana Splits movie was in. Oh
that
my
Banana
gosh.
Splits movie was bananas.
That was
With
so
the pun, no pun
wild.
intended. That was. I'm just like,
They need to make one with that girl who had that what was her name? She was dressed like she was black girl or like a Latino girl. She had the Raggedy Ann doll. They need to make her.
God.
Let them do her.
There's certain
I
ones.
see what that is.
His other pick, Cinematic Assassin's other pick was The Happening by our very favorite. Yeah.
At what point did it get good? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
At the end, when you can
I want him to explain this one because
I could have kind of.
you're what it started off strong. Don't get me wrong. It started off strong. You had people offing themselves in the most wildest ways ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, okay, what is causing this? What is causing these people to freeze in place? What's causing all this stuff? Only to find out
It's
it's
the wind,
trees.
the trees. Sorry, the trees.
Mother
trees.
Nature.
Every
Mother
time the
Nature.
wind blew and the trees will give off a pollen because they were tired. The earth is dying. We're killing the earth and we're killing the trees. And this is their payback. I'm like, oh, this is Day of the Triffids. That's what this is.
Mother Nature said that.
Jesus.
Mother Nature took Earth Song way too seriously.
You wrong. I actually agree with him. I think that again, we talk about execution versus idea. It was just so fucking hokey, and I don't understand why you had. Not about to say Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Mark
Wahlberg.
Okay,
Having the most surprising looks of his
Science
face.
teacher, like nah. And his wife, I don't like her as an actress anyway. I think she can't act, so that's just me personally.
It's just weird.
I was gonna say you can switch them out and not notice.
You should have put it with John Leguizamo and his character and his daughter.
Yeah.
No, he really did. He really did make a difference. He really did make a difference.
Yeah,
he made a difference. He made a difference. When you have Mark Wahlberg having these kind of faces, I'm just like, my guy, you look more like you're constipated. That's
why did you like someone asking a calculus question?
That's constipation, my guy. Yeah.
You put what in the meatloaf?
Am I gonna die?
What kind of liquor was this?
I'm a peacock. Just gotta let me fly. That's my best Wahlberg. So this was kind of another one of Laney's picks, House of Wax, and I want to know why. Because me and my brother watched this before, and we were not impressed until there was a certain scene with a Hilton. We were just like, okay, I guess you made up for that.
Thank you.
That's
the only reason why I chose it. I'll be honest with you.
Because they off Paris Hilton.
And it's the way they did it too. I actually like the sequence. It's not actually a bad setup as a horror sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that one.
Between that and even and even the house itself, the acting and whatever, the people and whatever, but the house itself actually has some character. You know what I'm saying, that you can get behind. But so that to me was the good parts.
But how she died was just satisfying. It's
Kira,
nothing to say.
What's on your mind? Because I see your
she was really saturating everything.
Yeah.
And like in the collective of people were just like, why are you important again? Like,
why were you important?
Because my daddy's got money and maybe he'll share it with y'all.
Yeah.
Ever important. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Why were you important ever?
It was such a you could be. Oh, he said Steve Paris Dies was a headline in advertising.
It's so short too.
Hard-ass study said that will not
this will not be us.
You just go around them on a struck match. The rest of the and they will take care of it.
Right. Lady Mandalore has some pretty good picks. Her first one is Don't Breathe.
That was pretty freaking dope. I actually like that one.
Oh God!
Talk about it, Lady Mandalore.
Please talk about it.
Okay, so please hear me out. Okay, this movie is absolutely ridiculous. It is horrible. You're sitting there for an hour and 80 minutes or some long ass time.
An hour and 80 minutes.
How are we getting what Don't Breathe. Where's the word coming? Oh, okay, there we go. And then the penultimate scene. The turkey baster. The turkey baster. That I have never been with a group of people and laughed so hard and so long. Had a scene
that had
turkey basting rape. Like
that had the biggest what the hell moment in my house.
A turkey. This a dirty
one at that.
Yeah, a dirty one at that.
With the hair on it. And I'm like, what has he been doing with this For some,
I'm mad that
okay.
you saw the hair.
We gotta. They better wrap this
Everybody
up.
that hate the blind and elderly.
Yo.
I mean, to be
Shout out
honest,
to Carl Jones.
that was the one movie where I cheered the killer. I'm not gonna lie. I cheered the killer in that movie. Like, you had a bunch of nosy ass napkin kids in your house, sir. Justified.
Yep, that's true.
It was justified. I'm with Kira, but I'm with you as well, Spartan, because it was justified up until I seen a turkey baster, and in my house we were just like, "What the fuck?"
I'm like,
That's
bro.
how did we get here?
I was like, bro, that was breaking and entering, but they really deserve that. I mean,
You know that head motion when something doesn't make sense.
Take care, Mike. Catch you later.
Somewhere Jigsaw was going, you know, that's not something I would have in my games. I mean, I'm an intriguing guy.
Don't give him
At least
That's no excuse.
not water. All my stuff is clean. My stuff is not
water soluble.
It's clean. Okay, it's sanitized. It's clean for your pleasure.
I'm gonna say
your
this.
pleasure. I'm done with you.
If he could shave that beard that well and keep it trimmed, there's no reason that turkey baster had a hair on it. There's none. I'm sorry.
It's giving that scene from Ted 2 in it. I swear to God, it's giving the scene from Ted 2.
Really?
It's giving that. It's giving that. I just recently seen that movie again, and I'm like, I forgot about this scene. Hilarious as it is, I literally forgot about that scene. So Lady Mandalore's second pick was Jennifer's Body.
Okay, I'd give you that one.
Yay!
I like the
I'm gonna be real. I've only ever seen clips of this movie, but the clips alone are terrible. They're terrible, but it's hilarious because you can't do anything but sit there and go, there are children starving in Africa.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna stand and say that movie pretty much gave us a future of what Spotify was.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
I'm just saying, how many times can I hear this? How many times you hear the same song get played over and over? And I feel like old girl with the screen. I was like, yes, girl. I understand. You hear that song enough times, you snap too.
Nice. Jesus Christ.
It
Megan Fox. She got her check. I mean,
yeah, she did. She got her check.
Yeah.
It's one of them things.
Jesus Christ.
It's just one of them things.
That's
so
now too.
My pick is several of them.
Oh,
it don't even matter which one you go. It's Final Destination.
Oh, see, I was gonna pick them. I was like, are they bad? But I felt like those aren't really bad. I mean,
so Chris, I know you mad. Chris, I know you mad they making a new one then, huh?
Here's the thing. It's not bad like it's horribly bad. I don't drive behind trucks with logs for a reason. And I'll never fly to Paris. So or get on roller coasters.
Or
play with a
flock of pigeons. Bus or get on a bridge, like
or get on. Yeah, it's a lot of things. I'm just like, my black sense is saying otherwise. I won't go that direction. So it's not so much bad, like it's just horrible. It's bad. It's just like it's comical.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime a toenail can kick off a domino effect,
right?
And me and my wife sat in that theater and was just like, get the fuck out of here. And we laughed at the entire thing. Really, they're fun to watch. Watching that fifth one, and just like, damn, I was like, and then getting to the end, and I'm like, my wife was like, what is going on? I said, death. It comes in a circle. And I'm like, because it was a great wraparound
back to the
first one, and I'm like, that was actually pretty neat. You know, it was pretty good. So I'm just like, yeah, I like that. I like that.
You would say death is just pretty much a sore loser.
Oh, Death was a sore loser like you wouldn't
I'm just-
believe.
He's gonna get he's getting his lick back one way or the other.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you thought the teacher, everything in the house catching fire. This woman couldn't catch a break." I was just like, she got to get out. Don't grab the kitchen towel because there's a. Well, never mind.
Yeah, but
Chris, can I give y'all one? Can I give y'all one?
yeah.
Oh,
Freddy versus Jason.
I knew it was gonna make the list somewhere.
The question we always want an answer: who would win?
It was poorly done. They made it comical. Freddy laughing, Jason being Jason, but not like he's scared of the water. It was just like, come on, don't. This was supposed to be the epic battle that everybody wanted to see.
And it took 10 years for them to get to that.
Yeah,
10 years.
Yeah.
the space between Freddy Goes to Hell versus Freddy versus Jason, 10 years.
And
Just
that's
to, just to get that.
I still want to see it redone. I want to see it redone.
Yeah, done
And-
well. Done well.
But
Like,
it's one of those
give
things
it
where it's
to
like
us
you
real.
can't not you. If it comes on, you're gonna watch it.
Of course. To see Freddy look at Kelly Rowland and go, talk to me. Wait a minute.
But I mean, listen, he insulted his manhood, so
Freddy go stand with Kelly Rowland and be like, never had dark meat. Wait a minute, Freddy. Wait, you racist bastard. Hold up.
Like it's one of them things where you just like, I'm with you, but now I'm not. I'm like,
No.
I play on the one where Freddy discovered black women. Like, hold up, Freddy. You just can't just roll up to a sister like
Wow.
That movie, I hated it, but I loved it. I will watch it all the time.
it's just one of those
he
things.
gets the remember.
And then my second one will be the Cult of Chucky.
okay.
Oh,
That was a good one.
so
God damn.
I'm glad that and this is a series that I just love doing these type of series, really. And there's other ones like Frankenhooker, Chud. I know what you
I
did last
forgot
summer.
about Chud. Oh my god.
Bud the Chud. I was just like,
Oh goodness.
Oh, wow.
there's
Wrong turn two.
wrong.
Turn two. Ooh.
Like I said,
Oh,
I tell my wife, I don't, because she's from West Virginia, and when we used to go down there, because her mom stays with us now, but when we used to go down there, and she was like, "Hey, honey, can you run to the store?" And I'm like, "Not after sundown. I'm not. No, no, I'm not going around the mountain. What? No." You can't take my city ass down there and then think, no, that's not how this works.
Do whatever you need for the night.
I've seen those movies before. It never pays well.
Oh, goodness.
You a long way from home, ain't you, boy?
Yeah. And my revolutionary behind,
Jeez.
boy, yeah. I'm be like that. I end up being like that brother that was fighting Jason on the roof.
All for the games.
Go ahead and box this
All for the
out.
games, you're a banjo.
Nonfiction mentions Leprechaun in the Hood, always a Leprechaun in the Hood and Leprechaun in Space.
Yeah, that was just
Can we put Phantasm on that list too?
fantastic.
Can we put Phantasm on that list?
I'm putting Phantasm on the list.
I grew up with Phantasm.
But
Okay,
I give it a pass because of Reggie's shotgun.
Yeah, I forgot.
That shotgun had us like, yo, he about to blow some stuff away.
I forgot all about Phantasm.
I will never forget Phantasm. I saw it in a drive-in. I could not get away. I was in the back seat of a car. I couldn't go anywhere. I had to watch it. I
He was in
traumatized.
Yeah, it's that was bad.
I'll let you have that, touche. Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll let you have that. That's all I got. That
Well.
and Evil Speak.
But
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Man,
I know a movie
there was
that
a
y'all
people that
might-
went through Ohio to Tennessee real quick.
900.
a movie that y'all might be interested in. I would love to hear y'all take on this. It's called The Last Shift.
The last
Oh
ship.
no!
Oh,
Oh no!
God.
Oh
No. Nah, B.
Why is that
Nah.
familiar?
Nah, fam.
I want
nah.
that time back.
Mm-mm.
I need that time back.
Nah.
That was
Nah.
Wait, am I thinking of Ghost Ship or
No,
The
the
last
last
Ship
ship.
for the last ship.
Oh, the
It's
last
it's
ship.
that's
basically
what I'm saying?
it's basic.
I'm
It's
thinking of the
basically
ghost ship.
a ghost.
It is
it's
a
like
ghost
a ghost
ship.
movie.
Yeah.
It's a ghost movie inside of a police precinct.
Oh.
It was good.
It
For the
was
budget that they
weird.
had,
Oh, the
the
last
budget they
ship.
only had
The last
like
ship, yeah.
$50,000
Ship,
budget.
not ship. Okay, I got it. I heard it wrong. My bad.
I thought you said Shift.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
ship.
last ship. Not the last ship.
Oh, okay. I have okay.
I heard it
No,
wrong.
my
That's what
bad.
I was thinking.
No,
Okay.
he said last shift. I was like,
Man.
Last ship wasn't bad. It was interesting, but it wasn't bad.
neither was my last marriage. But you see, I'm not married anymore.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Right?
Both barrels, baby. Both barrels.
Like, look, even Lady Mandor was like, I didn't give you permission to take that off the
Okay.
wall. You did not get that from the armory. Where did that come from?
Both barrels still smoking.
You're
I
putting
keep my
lines
own.
on things, sir.
I keep my own weapons at the hand. Keep my
So
own
it was
weapons
my
at the
last
hand.
marriage, but
He
geez,
said,
Louise.
here we are. Oh my God.
There you go.
So,
That's
Ba-dum-ba.
right. Oh my God. So before we get out of here, Jarell, tell everybody where you can find you.
Blur Station. Blur Station is where we're gonna be. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram. Mostly you're gonna find us on Blur Station because I promote it almost every day. I promote it almost every hour. My
Good.
kids is always talking about it. My kids go to school and they get their friends hooked on Blur Station. So that's where you're gonna find us at.
All right. We appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate
glad that we'll be working together anyway.
Yes.
So this is what we do. Come over to Blur Station. You'll be happy. Lady Mandalore, talk to the people.
Hi. Hello, folks. You can find me right here, Tuesdays and Thursdays as usual at 8 p.m. But you can also find me on Instagram at this thing right here, Roomful of Blurs. You can also find me on TikTok as Child of Mandalore. I have a podcast called Child of Mandalore where I talk about the history of Mandalore in reference to Star Wars. And I think that's about it. I have my podcast on Sundays live 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will not be doing it this weekend because New York Comic Con.
Remember when I said a
Later.
couple months ago that we gonna be everywhere? Yeah, that's what I meant.
I gotta
You're
get
gonna
to a
see.
con.
You're
I
gonna
see
see.
this.
You're gonna see one of the crew there. So, we're Legion. We're Legion out this piece. Lady Grimoire, Geek by Heart.
Hello, everyone. I am Lainey from Geek by Heart. I am one half of Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run our YouTube channel on YouTube, Geek by Heart. You can find us on IG and TikTok at Geek by Heart. You can also find Jay playing Ragnarok now. He has been going through all of the God of War. Now he's playing Ragnarok on Fridays and Sundays, usually in the evenings on our YouTube channel. And yeah, that's about it right now. But we got some pot stirring.
There's always a pot stirring somewhere. My brother, Navy Montel. Talk to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening. As I'm here with the crew and just doing what we do, we got the young man popping up over here, just doing the thing. You can find my crotchety behind on Instagram and X under Navy Montel. the combos are coming back on Monday nights. And I've got some folks lined up, just waiting for scheduling to kick out there. You can find me on Twitter. On TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch under Road Catnip. I'm going to be doing something. I got something stirring, like Lainey said, I got something stirring in the pot, and I think it's going to be something new for your boy. And I'm gonna tell the crew before I actually do it, so that way they can be like, and like I know, right? I am one half of Blurred Corn Speaks, Miss Angie and myself doing the damn thing, and of course I'm here with the crew, and also part of the color commentary with Nix from Do You Speak Geek, along with a amazing group of people just doing the damn thing. So I ain't gonna be anywhere. I ain't gonna do anything. But if you're interested, if you're gonna be in Philly in December, I will be at PAX Unplugged. I will be covering that for content. So just so y'all know, I like board games and stuff. Yay!
Black Fox, talk to the people.
Yes, it is I, Black Spartan, otherwise known as Black Fox 447 on the socials. I usually can be found doing reviews on just about almost everything, including gym. Why? Because I'm trying to get myself into shape, trying to remain in shape, because I got kids. Aside from that, guys, I do have a couple podcasts, of course. How the Fact Got Here, my news political podcast every Wednesday and Saturday, my video game podcast, Gidbit podcast every Friday. Both shows can be found on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Wherever podcasts can be seen or heard is where you can pretty much find those shows. And myself, I'm also one of the many heads of the birdseyeView.org. Thank you for watching me this far. Where I actually cover wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. So shout out to Mr. Kennedy for that one. Really quickly, guys, again, promote if someone's doing something, because we do want to support Blurred Station. Because why? Because not only do we want a corner of everything, we want to be able to say we own the sumbitch. So if that is what you want to do, the door's still open. I feel like I'm preaching to a church right now. The invitation song has been sung. You can come on up. You can still join us. Join the wave, as we say. Really quickly, there is still, as Kira has pointed out, we still got cons going on. 3 very quick rules. Number 1, respect the cosplayers at all times. Because they get a guy like me if you don't. Number 2, wash your ass. Please, please. Hygiene is key. No one wants you to come up there smelling like pretty much expired beer and regret. And of course, number 3, the same rules that I myself, that I do hope the others do follow as well. Simply put, be nice, be kind to others. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Exactly. Obi agrees.
And
Obi in the back, he co-signing. Let's go.
Oh my god! Look, the crew just grows, and even the kid knows. I want to thank our guest Jarell Patton. Thank you to the crew. You can find us here on IG, Blurred's Eye View. Boom. You can also catch us on YouTube, and if it's your first time watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll get to watch all our past episodes. They're all dope. Everybody loves us. I'm being humble. We just glad to do what we do. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. Shout out to Kevin Murphy. Shout out to Blurred Station. You can follow us there at the Affinity membership. You want to join up. We are bringing something major. You've seen we are going to be the Blurred News Network, BNN. We're going to be one of the first news network shows on that station. If you want something that you really want to be a part of and it pays you back for something that you like, join up with Blurred Station. It's just no really other way to put it. But all that being said, this here was, well, what was this?
Wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
All right, on that note, remember that, everybody. See you guys. No, not Thursday, because we're not doing a show Thursday. We'll see a show Thursday, so we'll drop that off. But until then, we'll see you next Tuesday. 8 p.m. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can find us all over the place, doing all the things. We are out of here. Thank you to the team. Thank you to our guests. Follow us everywhere. Blurred Station. Always press record. All the places you can listen to your podcast and much, much more. We are out of here.